What happened a few days ago was biblically, prophetically significant. See, God uses the words of kings to conform and to confirm his purposes, to establish his purposes and to unleash and inaugurate his purposes. He used the Persian emperor, Cyrus, to issue a declaration by which the Jewish people returned to Zion and Jerusalem. He used the word of other Persian kings to bring about the restoration of Jerusalem, or allow for it. He used the word of the British Empire, the Balfour Declaration, to bring about the return of the Jewish people to the land of Israel. And the word of the president of the world's strongest superpower in 1948, Harry Truman, to recognize the newborn nation of Israel against the advice of his State Department. And it was of the same nature as in the ancient Persian Empire that Truman did that. Truman himself wrote after that, "I am Cyrus." And now God has used the word of another president. It's not about politics, it's about God. He's used the word of another president, Donald Trump, to recognize the resurrected city of Jerusalem against the warnings of the entire world. I said on Friday, perhaps, and you look at why Donald Trump was elected, it takes somebody like him to do what he just did against the world. I said this, in a world that is crazy, and in a world that tells everybody else you have to be crazy to recognize Jerusalem as Jerusalem, the capital, perhaps it takes somebody a little bit crazy to do what he has to do and do what has to be done. Biblically, it is the word of the king to confirm the purposes of God, to establish the purposes, and to unleash and inaugurate future purposes of God. That this was monumental was affirmed by Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other Israeli leaders who likened Trump's declaration to Truman's recognition of Israel at its birth. Netanyahu also linked Trump's declaration with the Balfour Declaration, another pivotal, monumental, prophetic decree. 70 years ago, when Harry Truman recognized the nation of Israel, and later on, the chief rabbi of Israel told him, God put you in your mother's womb for that very moment. It is very similar now. Benjamin Netanyahu told Trump, he said, he went on the website, I told him, you're going to make history. And he did. He even made prophecy. And in the case of the other declarations, for instance, the Balfour Declaration, you couldn't see much of its effect initially, but over time, it changed history. So with Truman's recognition of Israel, you wouldn't have seen its effect so much immediately, but over time, you couldn't miss it, America's commitment to Israel. And so with this declaration, you may not see its effect immediately. You're seeing its reaction, yes. But over time is when it will manifest.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Hope of the World is dedicated to the goal of spreading God's Word and salvation to every land and people. We do this by spreading the Word throughout the world and sponsoring compassion projects to the most poor and needy around the earth. To get in touch or have a part in God's work, just write to Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA. Or go to hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821.